Hi and welcome to my completed pages video for February 2025. This month I started with 4 pages that I began in January. Overall I colored 9 pages in the first half of February before starting a double page in Lost Ocean, which I couldn't finish in February. Let's start with the first completed page. This page was from this adult coloring book by Decotime, which is about a €2 book from Action. I used it to use up my poor quality, cheap colored pencils. I colored this page with a Zendoodle rooster. I usually don't like pages with animals and Zendoodle patterns, but I wanted to give it a try. I used the colors that a rooster has, but instead of just coloring over the patterns as I usually do, I colored the patterns with the corresponding colors. The next page I started in January was in Mein Winterspaziergang by Rita Beermann. For this tea page I used my Castle Arts Gold colored pencils and soft pastels for the background. Then I added details, glitter and metallic highlights with Avec gel pens and Höhenart acrylic paint pens. The third whip is from the January newsletter by R.J. Hampson, and it's titled A Good Book. I primed it with Woohoo water-based markers and then colored it with Castle Arts Soft Touch colored pencils. On the tentacles I used a red glitter gel pen from Avec, and on the glasses a Höhenart acrylic paint pen. The last page I started in January is from this children's Disney Princess coloring book. It is from Action and also cost about €2. I used it to use up my inexpensive and not so good art materials too. For this Merida page I primed Merida and the Hawk with watercolors and then colored them with no-name colored pencils. To prevent them from looking lost on the white page, I added a blue background with watercolors. The paper in this coloring book is very thin and not really suitable for watercolors. However, I still use them and live with the fact that the pages warp significantly. After finishing all the started pages, I colored 2 pages in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Joanna Basford. I want to color this book from front to back and completing at least 1 page per month. After coloring the title page in January, I colored this introduction page and the name page. For this I used Castle Arts watercolor pencils and Castle Arts Soft Touch colored pencils. On the name page I added some more small flowers with gel pens. The next page I colored was my first page from Maria Trolles In der Natur, or in English Botanicum. For this sleeping fairy on a purple coneflower, I used Castle Arts Soft Touch colored pencils and metallic watercolors for the wings. For the background I used soft pastels and a white Höhenart acrylic paint pen for the stars. If you want to see more closely how I colored the page, you can check out my color along for this page. I will link it in the info box below. In time for Valentine's Day, I colored this heart page in Rita Beermann's Mein Winterspaziergang. For this, I used Castle Arts Gold colored pencils. I used soft pastels again for the background and a gold metallic gel pen for the golden highlights. The last page I finished in February was again in Disney Princess. The page was Lumière and Plumette from Beauty and the Beast. Like the other page in this book, I based it with watercolors and then used colored pencils. In the background, I want to create a gradient from light pink in the middle to a darker pink on the outside. But since the paper is so thin and absorbed the water so fast, the gradient turned out very blotchy. So I used a medium-sized watercolor brush to create these blotches in the shape of petals. I'm quite happy that I was able to rescue the background like that. I completed this page on February 14th and then started a double page in Lost Ocean, which I wasn't able to finish in February. I can show you a photo of the state of the end of February. Those many little details took so long, and I expected that I would eventually get bored and start another page in between. But I pushed through and will show the now finished double page next month. So, there we have it. Those were my completed pages for February. Thank you for watching. Bye!